Hi, it's Karen from Snowball to Pink here. Thank you for joining me. Well, it's that time of the year again, isn't it? Well, it's getting close to it now. So I thought we would do some really simple watercolour and pen and inks. And I've done a quick sketch here, and I've done a watercolour and pen combination. So this is what we're going to be doing in this project. So I'll set these aside, and we'll get on with it. So first of all, I'm going to do the pumpkins. So there's no mixing in this project. It's going to be straight from the palette, from the pan. Now I'm just doing kind of like a C stroke, and then another kind of an oval shape. Now I'm going to keep the white space in between because I think that's helpful, and I'm just going to give it that shape. Okay, so that's kind of what we're working to. Okay, just cleaning my brush out. I'm going to get a darker colour again. I'm going to have a big one here, so a nice curve action there. The paints is a creamier than we normally use. It is wet and dry, so that's a nice way to work. Again, I'm just going to snuggle up to that arc that we've already done, and I'm just going to close that arc off and just let that bleed into what we've already done. Okay, so we've kind of got a halo in the middle. As you can see, it's bleeding in, but we don't mind that. So I'm going into yellow now, and I've used these three colours because I think the orangey red and the orange and the yellow, I think they all work well together, and I thought it would be easier for you to follow me. So that's what we're doing. Just dropping a little bit more, and we're just going to put, don't be precious with this, we're just having fun, and we can always go in with a stronger value if you want, like I am now. Just went into my orange, and I'm just introducing a stronger value. I'm kind of just going to drop a little bit more orangey in there. And again, I'm going to just go back in and just offer a bit of a darker value here. I'm not worrying too much about keeping the colours pure. We're just having fun, aren't we, with our shapes and our pumpkin shapes. Okay, so you kind of get that whole bulbous effect of the pumpkin. If you want to pull it out a little bit more, absolutely, you can do that. Just washing my brush off. Now I'm going to set that aside because we want this to be dry before we start working on the pen. So I'm going to go back to this quick little doodle, I suppose you'd say. So it's just a sketch, doodle sketch of a pumpkin. So it's that we're going to work on next. So now, again, I'm using my Uniball pen, and if you prefer that, if you find it easier and you think, I'd rather just put this down on my paper with my pencil, then yeah, please do that. But I like to work straight with the pen, so I'm just doing a really nice, and they're kind of just these lovely bulbous shapes, and then just a little one up there, and I'm just going to pop now your stem on your pumpkin can be as large or as little as you want. Now if you want to put a few of the curly little twines that they have on them, yeah, absolutely, it's your pumpkin. If you think I would rather leave that behind, leave that free, I don't really want that on, then yeah, do that. Now like before, when we're using our pens, we can go as thick or as thin as we want. Now if you want to ground that a little bit more into your pumpkin, yeah, do that. That's good. So that's just a general fun free pumpkin. Let's do a pumpkin on its side now. So we're going to lay this down here, and we're just going to roll our pen. Okay, we're not worrying too much about is it in proportion or anything like that. This is just a really fun exercise, and it's literally just going over. Now don't worry if you go backwards and forwards on your pumpkin. That's absolutely fine. I think it actually gives a nice element to the drawing that we're doing, so please don't worry about that. Now I'm going to nestle my stalk of my pumpkin just there, and I'm just going to do some thick thin lines in. Okay, and again you can do your pumpkin twiddlers or little runners that they grow with, as long or as short as you like, or as I said before, you can leave them off if you think no, I don't really like that, and you can put your lines as thick or as thin. Have a play, just have a look and think, yeah, I like that. I'm going to put a few thicker because I quite like those lines that we've done there, and I'm just going to run my pen over there, and maybe just give a few thicker lines, because I think that might give us a bit of interest. You don't have to go all the way around. And there we go. Now if you want to, you can put your watercolour on top of that, or you can leave it as is, and you could write autumn wishes, or you could put happy Halloween, or anything you like, if you want to send that as a little happy Halloween note for somebody. So I'm going to set that one aside, because I think it might be fun to maybe put some watercolour on that. I bet you're all shouting at me saying, no, leave it as it is, or yes, do the watercolour. But anyway, I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm going to bring our other watercolour that we've done, And we're going to use our pen again, and we're going to put the stalk in. Now it's like we did before. Mine's a little bit damp, but it'd be better if you left yours to dry completely. Now I'm just putting the cap of my stalk, if you like, and I'm just going to give it, and it's as simple as that. We're just giving it a little hat, really. And on the bigger one, I think it's quite nice to maybe give him a bit more of a solid, because he was a big one, wasn't he? He was a big pumpkin. So let's just run our pen up and down until we decide whether we want to fill more in or we want to leave some white space. I think it's always good to kind of anchor it down onto your painting. It kind of looks like it belongs there then. And again, you can put your curly pumpkin sprigs on there if you want to. That's quite nice. I think I might just darken that bit up that side. And on here, on this little hat, I think I'll just do some lines. Okay, and maybe just, I think we'll leave this one. We won't give him any curly bits. And go and have a look and see, yeah, I like that, or I need to put some darker marks in, or I don't want to put any darker marks in. But this is a really quick and easy, fun pumpkin Halloween tutorial, really. I'm just going to put a little bit. Now again, I'm going to use a bigger brush actually, and I'm just going to a couple of swipes, just to anchor that pumpkin down. So there you go. Now, do you think I should put some watercolour on this one, or leave it as it is? I wish I could hear you to tell me what you prefer. Let's put just a little bit of colour in there, and we're just going to literally just, again, not thinking about this, we're just popping our pumpkin colour on. Give him a bit darker bottom. Okay. And there you have it. We've got our two really quick, fun, easy pumpkins. And there's the one that we did with just the pen and ink. So I hope you give it a go. It's really fun to do, and share your pumpkins with your friends, neighbours and family. That would be lovely. So take care, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.